The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts are for entertainment purposes only and do not necessarily reflect those of RJV Media Lab, Inc., its affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Them boys, they cutting up. Are you not entertained? Let me put you up on game. Cutting up with the gang. Cutting up, can't restrain. Are you not entertained? Let me put you up on game. Cutting up with the gang. Cutting up, can't restrain. Cutting up. Them boys, they cutting up.
How y'all doing today?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lord have mercy.
boys and girls.
How y'all doing?
Man, I'm good and good as can get. And if it got any better, I'd probably tell somebody to come get some. I'd give them a little bit, but not take it back and say it's mine because I don't want to get them.
See, murder.
Yeah, what's happening, man?
Well, tell me something slick so I can slide. You understand me?
Whoa.
Huh?
I've never heard that one before.
You ain't never heard that one?
Yes, sir.
That was pretty smooth. I ain't gonna lie. Might have to take that.
Yeah,
Everything good, though.
Oh,
Everything
man.
good.
Oh, how was the holidays for you?
Holidays
Man,
was
everything
good,
was
man.
Gucci.
Yeah, we finna go into this New Year's.
Yeah.
So I want to be the first one to tell y'all Happy New Year's. I know
Happy New Year.
we're a day and a half ahead of schedule, but
Yeah, no
you
doubt.
know it is what it is.
Not yet. They'll see this on New Year's. So
So any resolution?
No doubt.
What's the resolution?
The resolution, growth, mind, body, soul, and financially.
yeah,
Just
sure.
growth.
Yeah.
All of the above. Like, just want to be a better person, better man, better husband, better father, better barber, better homeboy, better everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
you know, just want to take it up another notch.
Yeah.
That's all.
I say the same.
Yeah.
And just honing my craft.
That's
better.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's part of that growth.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But just,
Yeah. I just tried to sum it up in one
For
word.
sure, for sure. For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? To tell it all in. You dig?
No doubt. I guess with me, man, I guess it'll be like just control the controllables. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just stand on what you can stand on. And like they always say, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get it going. You know what I mean?
What's more important, starting or finishing?
Honestly,
Because my thing is, I like to say finish the mission.
both
Like,
of
you
them
know what I'm
have their own
saying?
importance, but what are you finishing if you never start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You right about that
But
now.
So it's going to have to always be the start because you can't finish.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of folk that start and never finish. So it go both ways.
Yeah,
you
that's why I
know.
say it all-
Just
that's why I
something to
say-
make you say,
Right,
that's
you know
all.
what I mean?
That's
So
all.
it can't
That's
go
all.
both ways on that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
I know a lot of people, you know, I'm a gymaholic. So, you know, I'm one of the ones I go to the gym about 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
I call
what's the finish for that?
for that,
Yeah.
it's never a finish. That's
What
the
you
point.
mean?
It's never a finish.
Shit, you better have a goddamn
No, no,
motherfucker goddamn
No.
a bench press weight or something.
No. See, gym is life.
Shit.
It's always growth when it comes to the gym. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
You'll go be on wrestling.
no, but I'm just saying though, like, you know, my thing is I want to get fine over time like wine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a short guy, so you know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is most men my height, the biggest thing that be on them be their stomach once they get a certain age. Like, you know,
They gonna be
I
walking
might
be like a fit pit around it, be ready.
ain't no secret. Like if the good Lord allows me to make it to 50, I want to be walking around here and still be able to wear a wife beater and some joggers
Still
or
wear
whatever.
what
No,
you
no,
look
no, no,
like
no,
when
no.
you wear it.
That's my point though.
Yeah.
That's the key.
You dig what I'm saying? That's my point. I don't want to have, you know, no sagging chest or stomach. I don't want to have no turkey on the arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be, you know, I want to look good over time. Like, I want the older women to be like, how old are you? And I want the younger women to be like,
How old are you?
OG look good.
Can it be?
Right.
Lit.
All right. So, you know, gym is life though. Like, when you go to the gym, though, G, it's like you have to have a warrior's mentality because when your body go to hurting and aching, you got to be like, all right, now I still got to go regardless if I'm still tight from yesterday.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, see, sometimes you be like, okay, I did enough yesterday. Hey, I'm tired. Fuck that. You know what I mean? So, gym is life, G. Once you meet that, their pinnacle, the rest is
It's easy water, baby.
Yeah.
What's one thing y'all want to see left in 2024?
Oh
Separation.
Okay.
I would like to see. I would like to see
Separation and confusion.
Yeah, I would like to see more unity.
Yeah.
And that's with everything. That's with people, the country, you know what I'm saying, the world. Like, I think that we need to
Wait. You said unity?
Yes.
I said, what's one thing you want to see left behind in 2020?
Left
I
behind.
just say
Yeah.
confusion and like the inability for the people to coexist around people.
I go with that.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like everybody do that.
I agree with what he's saying. Bullshit.
So, on the flip side, you already answered the next question.
Yeah.
What do you want to see brought back in 2025?
Brought back?
Yeah.
Shit.
Heritage Festival.
You
goddamn
semi-answered the
shit.
next question.
Heritage Festival.
I think what you just said was
Unity.
unity.
Yeah.
You want to see that come back.
Work ethic, man.
That'll never
Because don't
come back.
nobody want to work no more, bro.
That'll never come back.
Yeah.
Everybody want to.
You saw
I mean,
you just told me how Amazon dropped all them folk.
Yeah,
Bruh,
Amazon-
Man, look, man, ain't gonna be no more of that.
Yeah, I
they
don't think
finna,
it's like
they finna put these
intentional.
robots
But
to
look,
work.
check this out,
I don't think it's intentional.
Y'all niggas didn't want to
people.
work. Y'all wanted to be at home and collect
see.
these checks.
Shit, it wasn't like
They
we
done
had
made
a
these
choice.
robots. You ain't got no
check
choice
it out.
now.
It
Remember I
wasn't
told
like
you about
niggas
this.
had a choice to begin
When I
with.
started
Yeah.
working at a company, they used to start talking about Project 2020, Project 2020, about how we was gonna be working at home. Ooh. I was studying, they just stopped talking about it. That project never kind of happened. You gotta think about COVID happened. I think that was their test ground on all this automated system right there, because that's when everybody had to go home. So what they had to do, they still had to get it done. So that was a way to get a test ground in, send everybody to the house, test this thing in 2020. Now they rolling
They got
it out,
all
so y'all
these
head to the
different
house.
projects, man. They got the Project 2020, the Agenda 2025.
Yeah.
They got something for 2030. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a project.
Right.
at
So that's what I'm
hand.
like.
We are a project.
Yeah, because we inside of
in
a
lot of ways.
project
Not to
little
serious
bowl
us
out
out.
here.
But yeah. Anything else y'all would want to see like a resurgence of in 2025 outside of just like, you know, like trends, any fashion, any movies, any television shows?
Bring back real sitcoms, bro. Like bring back the Martins.
Where is
bro.
it gonna live, bro?
We live it on some.
They got them.
Where they at? I don't work damn. You gotta think about it.
I
Back
guess the
then you had
sitcom
characters.
has
you gotta-
evolved.
It
It
died.
is
It's
evolved.
dead.
It's not
Dead?
dead. It's
No.
evolved.
There's too many of them out now.
No, it's evolved.
No, it's a difference in sitcoms and reality TV.
I ain't talking about
And-
reality.
No, we ain't talking
That's-
about reality
but
TV.
I'm
Even
talking
on
about
Net-
family
even on
matters and
Netflix,
shit like that.
like
Ain't no more sitcoms. Like what?
they reboot all of them. They reboot all of
They
them. Like
rebooted them where they tried to keep the old people.
I'm
but
pretty
a lot of
sure.
them-
But that's more-
I'm pretty sure that Full House was a sitcom.
Yeah, Full
Yes.
House got
Okay,
rebooted.
so they came back with
I
Full
think
House.
Family-
That's a sitcom.
Yeah, they rebooted
They
a
just
couple of them.
they just
don't make it.
because there's no more creativity, so it's dead.
I don't think there's no more viewership
I mean, when
for
you
that type of
when you
material.
reboot shit over and over and over and over and over
I
and
mean,
over and over,
The last
It's
the
dead,
last
bro.
episode we talked about wanting to see reboots of 80s cartoons.
Yeah,
It's a niche for that. People want to see reboots. We want to see
people want to see the cartoons though.
It's a growing of age type of thing.
But
Like,
people
when you
need
see
to
these
see-
people older and they living their life, they doing, they in different. That's the sitcom.
I agree. And I think that's what's wrong with the world today because of the bullshit that you do see on TV. So you
Yeah.
got to keep in mind when me and him were young,
Mhm.
like the TV sitcoms that were on TV were about family.
It basically
It was
tackled
about-
a lot of what going on
it
in
was
regular
about-
life and stuff.
Exactly, but it was the good, the bad.
Yeah, it kind of faded out
You know what
as
I'm
it
saying?
went, though. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
it's
It
just
started
more-
fading out definitely in like the 2000s, but
Yeah,
like
like,
I
it was dead
had-
by then. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I had
late
glimpses
80s,
of that.
early 90s, all through the 90s.
definitely early 90s,
that
all
was
throughout the
basically, like,
90s.
Yeah,
you
so-
had like
you
rock,
had that.
you had Family Matters, rock, Martin,
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
hanging with Mr. Cooper,
Cosby Show, a
Cosby
different
Show,
world.
In the
Moesha.
House.
Yeah.
There's
All that
so
shit.
many
Yeah.
shows that tackled, real life stuff and what you actually going on.
I mean,
that was in the
I
news
can go
and stuff
even
like that.
further back to
You know what I
you know
mean?
what I'm saying. You know, like other sitcoms like the Brady Bunch. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
right,
you can
right.
go further
Watch
back.
it.
But the
You know
thing
what I'm
about
saying?
it is, like I said, they were good, wholesome TV shows. You know what I'm saying? That had a message.
It's
They-
what,
Nobody
it's,
listen
it's
to the
what,
message
it's what
no
they
more.
would consider bubblegum.
Yeah,
Now they don't sell.
right.
Yeah, sex sales, raunchy sales.
Yeah,
Fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we want to see.
yeah. And that's what's wrong with what's going on in today's society, in my opinion.
It's a reflection of it.
But it's a reflection of
For
what
sure.
we see every
sure.
day, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, like whatever you into is right there in your face, even on TV. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
So it's
kind of like in 2025. Do we shut that shit down,
no.
Where do we shut
or
down?
do we limit our? I wouldn't say shut it down. All right,
Shut
take
down
that
what?
back.
No.
Our intake of like social media.
It's
and
gonna
the
have to.
thing,
If
and
they
the
want
things
anything to
that
get better.
we digest, you know, on a daily
we have
basis.
we as human beings have to have stronger wills.
Yeah, it's
So
out. It's out there.
Just because it's out there doesn't mean that you got to fuck with it.
See, where we go
See what I'm
wrong.
saying?
I see a lot of times where we go wrong is by sharing it. It's a double-edged sword,
See what I'm
right?
saying?
So,
But
so from one perspective, you can be like, I disagree with this, and you still sharing it.
Right.
On the other perspective, you can be like, hey, I fuck with this, and you still sharing it. No matter
But-
what, you are still sharing it.
Right.
But listen to what
That-
you just
that-
said, C Murder.
Go ahead.
You shared it. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you don't fuck with it, if you see it, read it, and be, I ain't with that, and
Most
just keep
people
pushing.
don't do that, but like
That's where the problem come
it's a
in.
triggered reaction. Like I have to speak on this. I have to voice my
It
opinion.
all depends on the
this.
topic a lot of times too, and then how much passion you got. in
Well,
what
I
you're
try
saying.
not to do that because of past experience.
In reference to what?
Oh, man, I seen something on Instagram, and it was a parenting situation. And I'm going to tell you exactly what it was. A man then had a child, of course, with a woman. He done moved on, got married to another woman.
Okay.
So the child is still interacting with father, of course, coming over on the weekend or whatever. But the daughter is got attitude towards the stepmom. Stepmom ain't doing nothing but just trying to be a nice woman to her. You dig? She ain't trying to be a mama or nothing, but she just trying to, help raise her in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? But evidently, there's a lot of feedback going on that she's been hearing and listening to from the real mama. So every time she coming around with that bullshit towards the stepmama. So the stepmama called the real daddy and tells the daddy what's been going on at the house. He said, you know what, I'm tired of it too, just gonna whoop her ass. The daddy then gave the okay to whoop the girl ass. You know what I'm saying? So the stepmama disciplined her. You know what I'm saying? When she disciplined her, the mama come to the house and all that. I don't want my child. So I made a comment on the post. Due to the fact of me making a comment on the post, I just feel that I have learned that sometimes just because you got an opinion don't mean that you should throw it out there all the time.
What was your opinion?
My opinion was the daddy was right and the stepmama was. Because at the end of the
So let me
day,
ask you a
don't
question.
no child got no business being disrespectful.
I agree with you.
You
Let me ask
understand
one
what I'm
question
saying?
first. Let me ask
And the
you one
lady called and talked to the father.
question. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Were the stepmama and the mama, did they have prior issues?
No, the issue was with the baby mama and the daddy. See, it's more or less the daddy.
Okay.
You understand the mood on.
Okay, so
She
right.
built us.
That's probably why
Right.
it was better
That was
that
better
the
for him. The
dad
daddy was wrong.
dealt with that.
He should have dealt with that.
He should have
Well,
dealt
the
with that
thing-
himself.
And I
He
understand what
should have.
y'all
He
was
should have.
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand what
He
y'all
should
was
have
saying.
that.
I understand.
As-
But the thing about it is this: the daddy was at work, and the two women was there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel what you're saying.
It might not have been time to
it's always a
discipline
time
her
and a
right
place for everything.
right then and there. He
Right.
could have got to her when he got home.
Got to when he got home because that's gonna cause more problems.
Yeah,
than
man.
It's gonna be better,
Yeah.
So imagine
I don't want to
you go
speak
in
too
there and
deep
whooping
on
her,
that, but
her whooping her, cool. But guess what? In that instance, which he should have known that was never gonna be just a whooping.
yeah.
Because he knew that she was gonna have a problem
Well,
with it.
I mean, my thing
You gotta
is,
know
I'm
that.
old school, and I was raised that old school way
I
that
know,
it takes a village.
It takes a
It
village.
takes a
but-
village. And
Right,
see, the
I'm
thing
agreeing
about it
with
is
it.
this. My thing is this. At the end of the day, I got an understanding that the daughter is full of that shit too. Because when the mama pulled up trying to act a fool, she right there with her. And the mama taking up for the daughter like the daughter ain't did nothing wrong.
And that's
you
expected to be
overlooking the
It's-
big
it's-
picture though.
But that's the
The
truth.
big picture is at the end of the day, you do your investigating to see how that woman is. Because at the end of the day, this woman got to be around your child. You know what I'm saying? And if this woman ain't that type of woman and your daughter being disrespectful and doing all the bullshit that she doing, then goddamn it, that bridge gonna have to get crossed, y'all.
I don't know.
It's
man.
going-
Hold on, let me say this. Now, let me
Yeah,
get a
go
chance to
ahead.
say this. I'm gonna have to completely disagree, and let me say why I disagree.
Yeah, I might
I'm
have
gonna
to
tell
too.
you why.
Well, like I said,
Let me say
I
that.
ain't disagreeing with y'all.
Well, let me say mine.
But I'm just saying that
Well,
they
let me
go
say-
both ways.
But let me
It
say
go
mine.
both ways.
But let me
understand that.
say mine. You said yours. Allow me to tell you why I disagree. You got to understand this, bro. Being this old school, I'm old school too. Cause I was raised with my mom and my grandma and my granddad, so I'm old
sure.
school, bro. So I understand what you're saying. No disrespect, sure, at any point, any instance. But when you know you have outside circumstances that will play inside of grown folks' issues, don't bring the child into it because the child is bringing it to it because you and her have an issue. That's known. So now you're bringing the child in the middle of it because of this whooping that you want to apply.
No, you just added something. The woman didn't have the issue.
No, you said the baby daddy and the mama got the issues, right?
No, I said that the baby mama had the issue.
Right, so you knowing
She
that
was
she
the
ain't gonna want
only
this
one.
to happen.
You
So
know what I'm
right,
saying?
so
But
you know
that-
she's not gonna. That's gonna
yeah,
cause
that
no
ain't-
problems. They're not.
It is.
You gotta understand that, bro. That's certain things. They like, okay, then,
But you don't think it's gonna be a problem even if the daddy would have went home and whooped her?
But it wouldn't been as much of a
It
problem.
wouldn't been as
A
much of
problem is a problem,
But
nigga.
shit, I know it's my mountain and the
A
molehill.
problem is a
So a
problem.
mountain and a molehill is two different. Ain't the same thing.
Bro, I'm yeah.
I'm talking about
You
a mountain and a
right, bruh.
molehill.
You right.
You know, because we got to
it's
deal with
apples
each
and
other.
oranges, bro.
Right. I'm agreeing with you about the disrespect.
apples and
Take care of it
oranges.
as soon as possible. But I guess with me, my mama kind of got me to the point where let me try to avoid all other instances and not create another instance with this one.
But I do get what you're saying.
So I don't wanna
I
create
do
another
I
one.
do get
I'm
the flip
just saying
side
though,
of it.
man. Like I don't know my real daddy. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know my real daddy. I know that circumstances might be different, but at the end of the day, my mama, you understand, married another guy. This guy helped my mama out. That was my father. So if my mama couldn't whoop my ass because she was at work, my stepdad got me. You feel what I'm saying?
for sure.
Now I understand when nobody on the outside.
That's the point. That's what we breaking to.
But at the end of the
That's the
day,
only thing we talking about. Is nobody on the outside.
at the end of the day, though, it wouldn't have been a problem in our household because at the end of the day, you ain't in this household doing what you helping me. You
Yeah,
feel me?
remember
like
one thing.
it's
You
a
talking about
different,
old
bro.
school parenting because back then, with the age of what you're talking about, it wouldn't have been an issue with it because it was village season back then. It's no longer village season. It's don't touch my goddamn child, no matter how wrong they are.
But
And
D,
she might
that's my
not- she
point
might-
though.
she
That's
might
what's
not-
wrong with these niggas. Your child just robbed the convenience store. Your child just got a train ran on him.
Bro, I understand.
You feel what I'm saying?
But guess what though?
That's why.
But
Okay.
remember this though. Remember this. All what you just said, just like they say, it didn't take a day to tear it down. It ain't gonna take a day to build it up. If you done got to that point,
But it got to start
it
somewhere
should
though.
have started a long time ago.
Exactly.
See, when you get to 15, 16, 17, 18, so you too late.
Yeah,
You too late.
I ain't disagreeing with
You
you.
late.
I'm just saying.
You late.
I'm thinking that's part of the problem nowadays.
Oh, the parent is the problem because the parent
That's
they
all.
cool. They friends now.
Yeah.
They kick it with them. They chill. They go to the club.
Smoking with them.
You know what I'm saying?
All that.
Because me, bro, when I was back in the child, first thing I thought about what was going to happen when I got to the crib if this was found out.
Got to the crib. Nigga, I was
Yeah.
getting my ass whooped at school.
Mhm.
Then when I got home to my grandmama, and then I got passed to my mama. You understand? Like, that's their village. You outside playing street, throw up touch in the street. You understand?
Yeah.
And you out there with your homeboys and your cuz. Grandma in the house. But the neighbor 3 doors down heard. She know my grandma.
Oh, yeah, so that's a different thing.
Next thing I know, come here.
But
You understand what I'm saying?
Get what? They ain't going to happen no more because ain't nobody finna be outside.
Yeah, it ain't like that. That died when I was growing
that's
up. Bro.
gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I'm
that
just
died when I was
saying
growing
of
Just
how
like-
deep it went. That's all I'm saying.
And to segue into something that I know we had a topic of death and dying, this is why I talk about the dead-ass NBA. They fucking dead.
Great
Dead,
segue.
dead,
Great
dead,
segue,
dead.
man. Let's get
Let's
into
talk
it.
about this.
Let's get into
And,
it.
and
Let's get
ladies
into
and
it.
gentlemen, if you don't know what we're speaking of, let's give you a little pretext of wondering why the NBA
See, Murph,
attendance,
go
but
on.
the NBA viewership has dropped and go over the last couple years.
Go ahead on and really just give us a synopsis of what you sent us on.
Oh, y'all got a better synopsis of it.
Okay, well,
Go ahead.
at the end of the day, it was pretty much an article saying that when Steph and LeBron don't make the playoffs,
Nobody watches
the ratings of the NBA plummet.
completely.
But if they have good teams and they make deep runs in the playoffs, TV ratings are at an all-time high.
They don't even have to be good teams. Just got to make the playoff because Steph won a championship. I think they came out it was in play-in, I think.
Okay, well,
You
either
know what
way
I
it
mean?
go, yeah,
LeBron,
yeah.
a lot of times, they've been in the play-in, too.
So the biggest question for you all up there out there that are listening, like, is the NBA gonna be dead once LeBron and Steph retire?
And who got Knicks?
Like, who will be the face of the NBA once these two OGs put on their cape?
John Morant.
Because I'm going to say this right here. Yeah, a lot of people
I heard that.
a lot of people hate.
I heard that
Who is it?
bullshit.
Who is it?
I'm not gonna even come back with that shit.
He must have worn green.
Man.
He must have worn a little green.
Nah,
Who you said?
absolutely not.
Who you said?
John Morant.
Yeah, no. Anybody want Ja Week?
He had his opportunity.
He messed that up.
He fucked
But
that
I'ma
up
just say
playing
this.
with them pistols.
Both
Yeah.
players, one thing I will say about
That's
both
the face
players,
of
they've
it,
had
man.
a hell of a run. You know,
They tried to get the Ant-Man. He ain't ready.
over 20 years and all that type of stuff like that. And each player, I think, has both sides of a fandom where either you love them or you hate them. So you're either going to watch to cheer for them or watch them lose. And at some point, either much as you hate LeBron, I think, of course, Steph may have had a lot more likers. I one of the people that liked him more
Right.
than LeBron. LeBron, because he got into the GOAT conversation, attached to a lot more haters in reference to that part.
I think LeBron started to get a lot more attention because of his age and how he still
Being the top five,
Okay.
saying that he's a top five
Yeah.
player and stuff like that.
right.
So I'm going to just say this.
40 years old and you still running with the best of them, getting 20, 10, and 9. You
in
know what I'm
5
saying?
years,
Shit.
man, will we even be still watching the NBA? Because then once you look at it, once LeBron leaves, bro, and I think that's probably why he's still standing there. And like I always told people, Jordan had to exist for the NBA to exist. Because think about it, they didn't push nobody else up. Wasn't nobody else in the light. It was Jordan. Wasn't nobody. You might have had other monikers, like people that had
Talent.
talent, but they never was the guy in the light. And it had to be.
Well, I think that's part of their problem.
Well, they tried to pass it to one, but he got hurt, which was
Who?
Penny. Remember Penny Hardaway?
Right.
So
They was kind of magneting at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Jordan was still he was still
Well,
in his
they were
prime.
introducing Penny because, Jordan at that time had just took him a rest coming down here to play baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they had basically kind of been in at the same time. Because I think Penny was I think it was maybe Penny was 90, 89, 90. So they came right behind each other. Because
No, Penny was
Penny put Jordan out the playoffs. What you mean?
Yeah, but that's when
Was
he
it
first
95?
came back, man. That was when he was wearing 45, G. Penny Hardaway didn't get to the NBA to like 94, 95, G.
That's what I was saying. I said, but in the first run, I ain't said 96. The first one was 90, 91, 92, 93. The other was 95,
you
96,
said first
97.
run?
Right.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know
So
you
when was
said
Shaq
first
drafted?
run. in the early 90s.
They came together.
About 94.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that at that point you had something to build against it. Like Jordan, you could put him against the Magic and the Birds. You know what I mean? It was a rivalry that had to go against each other to pass the torch. So when Jordan was when they was beating on Jordan like the Birds and Isaiah and they was beating him, then he came back and beat them. Then the torch was passed. Then you had the Kobe and the Jordan thing. So when Kobe beat him, then it was passed. Then the same thing with Kobe and the LeBron thing. Then it was passed. See, nobody had to pass it between LeBron and Steph because they coexisted. It was just like, here you go for a little while, here I go for a little while. It was just kind of going because they were all here at the same time. They'll probably go out at the same time. But now, who's the rivalry for him to say, okay, they're going back and forth, and who's going to take it from him? Because every torch passer, it was a person that was passed to a rivalry. You had that game when they showed Kobe and LeBron going one-on-one with each other in the All-Star game. You know what I mean? So you had all those type of games when they were on the floor against each other playing, like in a rivalry instance like that. Where is that now? Because you're gonna see Steph and LeBron leave. You probably.
Now the person I would say that's next, he's still in ready. I think the person that actually can be the face of the NBA for a long period of time will be Wembanyama.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why. And the only reason why, because he want to work for it. Because he's small and he got to work for it because of how his thing is. Nobody else want to work. They don't want to do but sit down, wear chains, and chill. We got to think about we're in the era of what they call it, load management. You got to think about it, man. So many of y'all are greats, bro. They play 82 games the bulk of their career. Half of these cats ain't playing 80 games 40% of their career.
I mean, but as you learn things.
You know what I mean?
You learn how to navigate the business a little bit better than people before you.
Right.
And that's all that is.
That's
because
all
at the end of the day,
I think the money
they
make a difference
protect
too.
their asset, and now the players are starting to protect theirs more. So that's all
I
that
don't
is.
think it's protecting more. It's just the fact that they get so much money they don't give a fuck. Because think about what I'm saying. Think about this, bro. Back in the days, them cats
I gotta be comfortable to go out here and bust my ass at least half of these games.
Okay, so think about it. So you don't think the
themselves.
drive got to be different from a cat that was driving themselves to play 82 games for $500,000 to the dude who really don't give a fuck about playing 82 games when he getting paid $50 million this year? What's the drive for a cat that's literally
I think the drive is the same because the ambition was the same.
So you think
to make it to the league, you had to have that drive to get there.
But to stay great.
And once you get there, the money is different now.
See,
we see what type of money they were making back then. We see the type of money the NBA's making. We want more to come out here and bust our ass.
Right.
Everything
I ain't saying
different.
everybody shouldn't get paid, but what I'm saying is with the amount that they are getting paid, what are we getting from it?
I mean, y'all getting people tuning in.
To watch who?
Y'all gonna watch it.
Y'all
gonna watch the games?
We ain't watching them because Ben Simmons sat for how many years? How long we watched Zion Williamson sit down? So these cats that we saying, how long we watched Ja Morant sit down?
I mean,
these cats that we saying gonna be next, they been sitting down.
You gonna have the quote unquote bus.
And that's all they are.
The Kwame Browns.
That's all they are. It's just more of them, man. You know why it's more bus? It's more bus because you have these guys going one and done, and they're not ready.
You know, one and done.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't go one and done no more.
What? When? When they ever stopped that in men basketball? In men basketball, one and done. G. They one and done.
What I'm saying is this. The one and done been going since day. Where we talking about one and done since KG. That's not what's killed it.
No, KG was high school. I'm talking about one and done as in 1 year of college.
What I'm saying, you've been doing one and done even from high school, even when you had cats that were just coming from high school. I just took it further back and saying from one and done or you coming from high school where you don't even play it. So you had cats that had to drive who didn't even play ball. You had the Carmelos one and done, go win a championship. Then you had the KDs and all that. So you have that. I just think the money has just changed the game, just like how it's changing college football with the NIL. It just kind of diluted it to where it's kind of it's more of a show.
Nah, it's a lot more people going.
It's been a show, man.
Yeah,
you know what
it's just getting worse.
Yeah,
because they looking for, they thirsty for the talent.
Is starting to,
it's coming out.
Yeah,
it's out.
Because they done sucked it dry. A vampire can only get so much blood out your body, homeboy. It's on to the next.
And I think
the talent pool is getting lesser and lesser because they going younger and younger with this one and done stuff. It's to mess the league up. Think about it. When you had it where they had to stay at least 2 to 3 years in college, right? You know what I'm saying? You had more talent coming out because they were maturing. Yeah. You had them in college, you know what I'm saying, learning the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now you got them now where they leaving and going overseas playing, and then if they play good, they coming back to the NBA. It's like shortcuts to everything now. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a bunch of niggas on the bench. That's trash. I mean, yeah, they'll whoop our ass, but I mean, I'm just saying though, like, man, if you comparing them to what they supposed to be,
you always have that in every generation of the NBA.
Have what?
I think it's more now.
Have the trash.
I think it's
trash
more.
what?
Trash players on the bench.
No, you had trash players on the bench. I think you had it more then than you have now. I think you have better players coming off the bench than you have now. Than you have then.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Name me a Jamal Crawford that came off the bench in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't putting Westbrook up there, but he's still a good player and he's still coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Like even Jamal Crawford. I can't think of the other cats. You might have 1 or 2 great 6 men, but I think we have some, you know what I mean, 6 men that played just like Ginobili, that was like career 6 men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, back then you was just a 6 man just because you was just that 6 man. Now we go and trade for people just to come off the bench first. So that's became a moniker now as a 6 man when you get an award for it now. So now we go and get a person that's like, he could be a starter, but we just gonna make him come off the bench. So we'll do that now. You know what I mean? So I just think that the NBA has an expiration date. If they don't find the next guy, because I don't think that even much I would love to be Jason Tatum, the NBA has to push him, and the NBA hasn't pushed anybody on you. Like literally, where they just overloading you with them, like, hey,
nah, this guy. I feel like they've been testing the market.
Yo, with certain,
but I don't think
players.
Jason Tatum is a player that you can say is the best player in the NBA.
I wasn't gonna tell you that fucking Michael Jordan was fucking the best player. He just jumped the highs and looks the best doing it. He got his ass kicked for a majority of the time. Won 6 years. I'm not even gonna ever say he was the best player. He was the most marketable. He needed to exist.
I don't think the NBA is.
You know what I'm saying?
Is gonna try to push like one.
I think they're gonna just try to make the NBA
I think they're gonna try to like.
I think they're trying to go global with it.
Yeah, they're trying to go global. They're going global with it for sure.
Because look at the best players are global players now.
They want to put Luka up there.
They're doing the baseball. Baseball. Guess what? Baseball, we had black players that played baseball, bro.
Yeah.
Start bringing
then they start incorporating incorporating all of the international players from all over. So now, who are your best players? None of them are actually black.
Yeah.
They are global players. Yeah. Like now,
or American,
right? You feel what I'm saying? So think about it. Like what's the boy over there? Shotani.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You got cats right there. Right, all that right there. So think about what we're doing in the NBA. We're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Joker. Man, you go and look. If you took everything off and didn't tell him who he was, bro, and you just had him walking down the street, you would have never looked at him and said, man, that man won back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah.
You're going to look like that man like a fucking janitor. No disrespect. But I'm just saying in reference to aura, because back in the day, a basketball player looked like a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
An MVP basketball player looked like that.
Yeah.
You just don't. You don't fit that stereotypical mold, and that's just what they're going is outside of the box because we as a viewership, our viewership is down because we found a way to stream and do all that other shit. Other people will buy it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're finding a way as Americans to get around it.
Yeah.
So that's why our viewership is going down. People are still watching it. They're just not watching the way you can ever catch the viewership to say that they watched it because they watching it from a piloted stream or something. And you can't register that. You know what I mean? So I think that makes a difference, too, with the downgrade of cable. No one has cable anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are watching it in different other ways and stuff like that. So,
they've made it, with people not having cable, and they've made it a little bit harder to access.
these
You got to
games.
go through different
100
streaming.
Man, you gotta have 100
150.
different applications to watch
bro.
football this day,
it's
man.
too much, man.
You gotta think about it. You going in one weekend of football, cuz from college to fucking NFL, you didn't watch CBS, ABC, NBC, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Shit, they on Nickelodeon. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
they
done watched all this
but like
shit.
the bigger conversation is it's only like 3 companies that own all those companies
All of those
that you
companies,
just
bro.
named.
Like
so
3-4
like,
companies,
yeah.
bro.
Like
But-
Paramount and I think CBS
All of them
might be the same company.
They are.
you know what I'm
I mean?
saying? So
I'm like,
it's crazy.
You know, that shit is crazy. So I think that plays a difference to it. And I like they're saying, is a lot of people don't have much to cheer for. You know what I mean? So if you're not a LeBron fan or Steph fan, who you watching? So, you know, that's kind of made that up. So it is what it is.
All right, so
What we got from a C murder?
let's get into the NFL. Let's do some recaps of week 17. What games were interesting?
Ah,
See,
you know
y'all.
what I'm going to say.
Best
was-
games, worst games. Give me the rundown.
Best game. You know, I'm going with the Commanders, baby. So yeah, they had a great game, man. You know, got back in the big ups to the Commanders, man. They've been in the playoffs since I don't think Facebook even was alive. So big up to them because they were my dark horse. I said at the beginning of the season to watch out for those fucking Commanders. So yeah, I'm not gonna think they're gonna win nothing, but they did have. I like they have a great season. I think they need to have do some drafts on the defensive side. You know what I mean? I know what you got over there. What was your highlight game?
Highlight game. Minnesota beating Green Bay.
Ah,
Because I think Jordan Love is overrated as a quarterback. I think that he's the one that's holding them back. And
ooh.
I think that Minnesota deserved the victory because they have been one of the best teams in the NFC all year long, and they have been steady like a sewing machine, but, you know, don't get all the hype and the hoopla like Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Number one in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? So, big ups to them.
I don't know on that one. I just think this is one of the most interesting ones. It's gonna be a real interesting playoff run, man, because you know each week everything changes up. I think
It's not going to be interesting.
it is.
No,
is.
it's not.
It is, bro.
It's not
don't
going
want
to
it
be interesting.
Look, he
Because I'm
wanted
going
to
to beat the shit out of any
No,
and
you're not, bro.
everybody
No, you're
that
not,
gets
bro.
in my way.
No, you're not, bro.
Fly,
no, you're
Eagles,
not.
fly.
No, you're not. So,
Who?
all right. So the playoff
All right.
ended today. We have in the AFC, we have Kansas City. Of course, they have already locked in the number 1 seed in the home playoff.
Number one
Out.
well, number 2 is locked on both sides.
Yeah, then you got Buffalo.
And
with,
number 1 on one side.
Buffalo with the
Number 2.
matchup with the 7 seed Denver. You got a 3 matchup Baltimore with a 6 Chargers, and we got Houston with a pet matchup with the 4 and 5 matchup with Houston and the Steelers. NFC we got as of right now, which is I didn't notice this. I did not know that. Damn. Then we have Minnesota.
I just told you
Sitting
they were
at
number
number
1. I just told you that.
And but they still have to. They have one read. Only way they can still lock it up because it's still in the air. They got one more game.
Yeah, they got to play
They got to play
Detroit.
Detroit.
In Detroit.
So
And they're going to beat their
I
ass.
doubt it. But
And
then we
Detroit
have,
going to end up being a
another
wild
team,
card team.
Then the number 2 team. In the
No,
NFC.
you're not finna do that.
Yeah,
No, you're not finna do that shit. You gonna call us by our name. Roll call.
we have another team that has a
No,
bird.
no,
as a-
not
See,
another
brother,
team.
We have another team.
We
that has a
have the
bird
team.
as a
The
mascot,
team.
a
You
fucking
understand?
Bird.
No, not a bird, but
Bird.
the bird. You
Fucking
understand?
bird. But the Schmiller Slappio Sleebles, but I'm just playing. You know I gotta fuck with you, right? But we got the Philly Dilly Dally Dilly Dill Eagles against the Green Bay Schmacker Packers.
Again?
Yeah, that's what they got you set with now. If it ended today. Then we got 3 with the Rams against the 6 matchup with the Commanders. Then we got
Wait a minute.
Huh?
This going into next week?
No, this how they have it
If
set
the
up.
playoff were to start today,
this
this weekend,
standing.
okay.
this is the format.
Okay.
How the format
Proceed. My bad.
So
Pardon,
we got the
pardon self.
the 3-4 with the Rams, 3-6. I'm sorry, with the Rams and the Commanders, and we will have a 4-5 matchup with the Bucks and that would be fucked up with the Bucks and the Detroit because that's the only team. That's one of the teams that beat them already too.
And they're gonna beat their ass again.
So if I was to look at that first round, I would say Buffalo first win. I'll give Baltimore theirs, and I hate to see it, I'll take the Steelers. If Pickens is playing, I take Steelers because I just think Houston's too hurt. First round of the NFC gives me the Smacker Packers in the first game right now. I'm just playing, but I go with the Phillies in the first round, and I'm just going with my boys. I go with Commanders over the Rams, and I will definitely take the motherfucking Lions, them buff wearing their Lions out there in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So that's my prediction in reference to that part. You know what I'm saying, buddy boy? You know what I'm saying, buddy boy? Understand, buddy boy?
It's how it's gonna be kind of messed up for you to be the best team all year long and then lose the first time you hit the field in the playoffs.
Detroit's not gonna lose the first game.
They might make the second round, but I'm just saying
So
if Tampa Bay is healthy.
So let me ask you a question.
I got Baker Mayfield whooping that ass, man. They got too many injuries,
So let me
man.
ask you a question. Okay, I understand.
They might be built good, but the playoffs is a different.
So we can't agree that the game still have to be played. Right?
It got to be played.
So what if you lose the first round?
Not gonna happen.
So but you just told me the game got to be played, so you can't tell me not gonna happen.
I ain't playing first round. I got a first round bye. What is you talking about?
You ain't got no.
I'm the second seed.
You don't have a.
I don't got a bye?
It's only one bye now, brother. What
They changed it. My
yeah,
bad.
they
My
changed
bad.
it about 2 years ago.
Okay, well, you know,
so it's only
cool,
one
though.
bye. So that's why those matchups I read off would be their first round matchup.
I do, because they were saying.
Bro,
No, you right.
That's your first. There's no more with 2 buys. They took that out.
But either way it go, I ain't losing because Jalen will be back. I'm good, G. I'm playing the best football in the NFL right now. I'm the best team in the NFL.
Man,
I'm the best fucking team.
I want y'all to click like, comment, tell me if y'all hear this and tell me if y'all, because I think it's crazy. I'm going to check his cup and see what's really in there.
Hey, man, you too near me not to hit me. You understand what it is.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Huh?
You know, like I said, I understand what you're saying, man, but I don't understand what you're saying.
Fly,
saying,
Eagle,
man.
fly, man.
So,
I just whooped the team. America's team. I whooped their with my third string,
America's team
man.
is America's trash at this very point, so we can't get
Third string quarterback.
So next week matchups, I don't think I think it is a lot of playoff implications because you do have the Pittsburgh and Cincinnati game.
Yeah, Cincinnati got the win.
I still think y'all game was still pivotal for y'all because y'all can still lose the division to the Commanders.
No, we can't. We locked. We locked like a transmission. Chill out, homeboy. We locked and Buffalo locked and Kansas City locked. We locked, G. We can't move. That's why they've been talking all day. Should Saquon play and break the record, or should he sit down and rest up? That's why Saquon is saying, hey, man, I didn't come over here for no rushing title. I came over here for a ring. You dig? So, you know, I don't care if I play or not.
Okay, because they
we locked, G.
Who locked up the division is...
We locked up when we won against the Cowgirls.
Houston won the division, which over there with me in the South. You got y'all and you got Buffalo. And
Yeah.
of course,
Kansas City. Yeah.
So
I think what you call them locked too. The Chargers. Well, they done lock the playoff spot.
Locked in the playoff.
That's what I meant by that. Yeah.
Your playoff locks are
everybody you just named plus Kansas City.
Chargers,
the Chargers. Yeah.
And Pittsburgh, and Green Bay, and Baltimore. Yeah. And Minnesota and Detroit.
Everybody locked. It's just about positions
People
now.
that's eliminated is like the Seahawks,
49ers, Cowboys, the Colts.
The 49ers, the Saints, and the Cardinals.
The only somebody that's really trying to get in is Miami and Cincinnati. And they hoping that Denver loses.
Nah, you still
Denver loses.
Now Atlanta still can get in.
Atlanta, all they got to do is beat Carolina, so I wasn't even counting them out. I mean, they ought to beat
Denver
Carolina.
can still get in. Miami, Cincinnati can still get in.
Right.
So, yeah, you still got a couple people still get in.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we have major changes with the draft order.
Well, before we go into that, D, let's go into the matchups of this weekend. And you ain't talk about the draft, man. You talk about
the rest of the matchups really in reference to that kind of don't make a lot of implication with it because we got the Saints and the Bucks, which they ain't really much. Chargers and the Raiders.
Chargers should win.
Buffalo and the Patriots.
Buffalo should win.
Chicago and Green Bay. Washington and the Cowboys.
Washington.
Jags and the Cowboys. Don't matter either way.
No.
Buffalo's eliminated.
Not the Jags or the Cowboys.
Jacksonville and the Colts. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Giants and the Eagles. Houston, Tennessee. Falcons. Carolina.
It ain't really but like 3 important games.
Yeah, the Bengals, Pittsburgh, Cleveland and Ravens.
And Denver.
Kansas City and the Broncos.
Because Denver got to lose in order for Miami or Cincinnati to have a chance.
And they basically saying that Kansas City going to probably risk their players for the rest of the season.
Right, and see, that's the crazy thing about it is you think some of these teams are going to win, that should win, but they might not win because they
might go out there and
they might sit some players, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you got the Seahawks and the Rams.
I mean, we might lose this weekend because they might just play the starters. They might play the starters just to get the record for Saquon and snatch everybody out.
100 and some yards,
101. You got to get 102 to break the record.
So what's your prediction?
I think he'll break the record and they're gonna try to snatch him as soon as he does. Like snatch everybody. Like the starting offensive line gonna come off the field. You know what I'm saying? And this was, I think, all planned due to the fact that they wanted him to break the record on the Giants to rub a little more salt in the wound. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And the Giants got to come to Philly.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Yeah, I just
noticed that. So, that's the only thing about that. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping, wishing, and praying don't nobody get banged up, even though, we'll get a little time.
Be all right.
Yeah.
And like I said with this draft order, bro, the only reason I said that because I'm only on the Shador Travis lottery, which everybody making a big deal on where they're gonna go. So
I think it's all about who needs what.
Right. So Patriots, number one. I don't see they go. They may get it. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know. Tennessee.
I think the Patriots are satisfied with Matt.
Right.
I think Travis might end up going there because I can see him definitely playing corner, and I don't see Mayo having a problem with him coming on the offensive side trying to help spark that offense.
Well, what would he want to go to the Patriots though? Because he's dying over there. They'll never be good again. I don't care what they weren't good before Brady. They'll never be good after him. Tennessee. They could probably go get a quarterback, but I think they would probably go get Cam Moore first. Cleveland.
I heard speculation of them going out west.
Who?
Travis and Shador.
Yeah, I know Shador want to fall to the Raiders.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing why you talking about the draft.
He want the Raiders to pick him. And Shiloh.
Okay. See, the thing about it.
Okay, that's where I got it. Yeah, Shiloh.
He wanted the Raiders to pick him and Shiloh.
What we got to keep in mind too, y'all. That's why it's a little too soon to talk about the draft. Is regardless of the order of who might get what, like people might trade. You know what I'm saying? Like they might trade up. Like we don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody might say, you know what?
Honestly though, with me and I went from kind of my draft analysis, like I usually keep up with it, watch the draft every year. Depending on the team and the need of the team, that team gonna stay. Like when Houston was sitting up there with CJ Stroud and we were sitting up there they staying.
But what if it's a player that they know that they want that's not even in the top 5? Somebody might trade. That's my point, D.
Yeah, but that
you know what I'm saying? Like if they looking at a quarterback that's not gonna go in the top 5, just hypothetically speaking, let's say
your top 4 quarterback. I just want to ask you a question.
I don't know, folk, off the top of my head right now. All I know is Cam Ward, Shador. You You know what I'm saying? That's and Bama quarterback. That's the only somebody I can come with off the top of my head like that. That's ready. You know what I'm saying? That's thinking about going into the draft that you can say, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you named another guy.
My four would be Shador, Cam Ward, Quinn Ewert, and Jackson Dart.
Quinn Ewert. I forgot about him.
Yeah, I'll go with Jackson Dart and Quinn Ewert. I kind of would take him over Jalen.
Yeah.
And
You take him over who?
Jalen Miro. I wouldn't take Jalen Miro as a quarterback.
Okay, I'm through with that.
I'm not dumb. I'm just being honest, bro. I just look at him as like a.
I'm through with that.
What's the boy name played with us, man? They end up switching to play at cornerback.
I'm through with that.
What the boy name is, man?
Because you know he better than y'all quarterback right now.
It's not saying much.
Yes,
Hold on. You talking about Richardson?
Yes, sir.
Well, you crazy as hell.
Man, stop.
You crazy as shit. Well, you crazy motherfucker.
Man.
Yeah, shit, no. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not telling you that shit. You see, so in college where he's surrounded by better players, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes. He played more than 1 year of college football. So in the essence of the word, he looks better because he only played like 8 games. Jalen Monroe played 2 years. And he was surrounded by number 1 players. But wait till you see him just how quickly Bryce Young came back to earth when he wasn't surrounded by 5 stars every fucking where.
Yeah,
you come back to earth.
Yeah, but he started looking better after he got benched.
And that's what I'm saying. When Jalen, if somebody is psychotical, diabolical enough to draft that motherfucker at quarterback, that motherfucker coming back to earth faster than a goddamn hemorrhoided ass. It's gonna hurt.
He better than y'all.
I had a motherfucker tell me, my bro Black gonna tell me some man. He was telling me that because he was trying to tell me, of course, Jalen Miro should be the 3rd quarterback coming out the board, and ain't gonna be that. See, he's comparable to Jalen Hurts. Do you believe that shit?
No.
He told me that he's just as good as Jalen Hurts now.
No.
I said, bro, no. He can't throw any immediate passes. He can't really. The defensive reading is really subpar, and I just don't see his decision-making skills being bitty.
Well, I can say that I can make a comparison of Jalen Miro and Jalen Hurts when Jalen was at Alabama, but when Jalen went to Oklahoma, you saw a difference.
Motherfucking game.
And when he went to pros, you saw a difference.
His game. And what I'm saying is that you're not going to the pros and change your game. That game needed to be changed and honed before you got there. He ain't going to become a quarterback in the NFL. I goddamn promise you that shit. He should have been one already.
He is now.
That ain't the school to go become one, man. That's school where people go to die if you ain't already there.
Well, it used to be.
You see what I'm saying?
But they have gotten better over time.
Name me a quarterback that came in that was a middle of the range guy that ended up being the shit. That motherfucker playing with the XFL over here against the Birmingham Stallions.
You talking about D.
I'm talking about in the NFL.
Man, okay.
I'm talking about you drafted.
Now you gonna switch up in the middle of the road. We were talking about at Bama now.
No.
We were talking about at Bama.
Remember, we're talking NFL talk.
We were talking about at Bama.
But I'm talking about when we're speaking now, we're talking about a Bama quarterback who is speculating going to the NFL as a quarterback. So I'm asking, when was the last time that you would call him a shit?
No, I ain't saying he the shit, but I'm just saying.
He was a middle-range quarterback that you think made headways in the NFL.
Yeah, Jalen too.
Now Jalen gets 2.
Both of them.
Jalen gets 2 or no.
Well, it's hard. No, you can say yeah. Wait, hold on, D.
Tua has not done shit.
Wait, hold on now, Jay. Hold on, D. Hold on, seriously.
I'm gonna hold Jalen high.
Hold on now, D. Hold on now. Now you right, but you wrong. Because now you know I ain't no Tua fan now.
Yeah, I agree. Tuna fish Tua as they call.
You know I ain't no fan, and you know I think that that's Nick's worst coaching decision that was made when it came to how he handled Tua and Jalen. But at the end of the day,
that's Nick.
Tua is naturally a better passer. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, the difference is Tua's health. Now, if Tua had a offensive line as good as Jalen, then I think Tua would be one of the top 3 quarterbacks up there. He'll be right behind Burrow.
Tua need to stop eating all that goddamn
I'm just saying that.
Wraps and shit and just, get you some chicken
if
wings.
We just talking about passing the rock now. You know what I'm saying? Just being a quarterback. Tua good. Him and Jalen both. They change the outlook of a quarterback coming from the University of Alabama.
I agree.
It has gotten better. And I was saying A.J. McCarron because it started with him down at Bama. I thought you were just talking about Bama. But if you want to talk about transition from Bama to the pros then, yeah, I just thought you were talking about Bama because, for a long time, we were trash when it come to quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all I meant by that. But, yeah, you're right. See, Murder, what you got for us?
Yeah, let's do a segue real quick so we can get into college football and wrap it up. So, Greg Gumbel.
Yeah, just passed.
Yeah, he just passed. So rest in peace to him.
To his family.
He was,
I didn't know he was that old, man. Black don't crack for real, man.
What, 78?
Woo!
Yeah,
that man looked good for 78.
Yeah, but think about
it. I thought that man was about a 60-something just looking at him. You feel me?
No, you got to look at something.
I know he was older than that, but
30s and 40s when we was watching his kids.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
might have been older than that.
Yeah.
He just looked young, man. Yeah, he looked good, man.
Yeah.
78. And still holding it down.
So while we segue into college football, one of the biggest topics of the weekend was Cam Ward and leaving
Miami.
Yeah.
No, leaving the game.
Leaving the game during halftime. So what's y'all thoughts on that?
I love it.
They basically said that he broke his record and
I love it.
And dipped.
I love it,
like,
bro.
I'm done. He quit on his team. A lot of people feel like he quit on his team.
That ain't quitting, bro. The reason why I say I love it is this. The reason why I love it is that
to go back to what you said not too long ago when we first started, they protecting their assets.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even say that.
He's thinking more or less, okay, I done played it, but I done played a half. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
I played in the bowl game, so you still got to pay me.
It's the fact that he came in and he played. He broke his record. And they stood out and let it go. It gives the second person that gave them a chance to come in and get their chance. They get their shine on.
Yeah, and get ready for the next season.
I ain't mad at it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because whoever the quarterback is, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be fighting for the starting position. So
anyway, he got a person that's coming behind him.
Yeah, go on give him a little PT, in the bowl game to see how they're going to react up on the fire.
So I'm all for it, man, because I'm like, it beats the fact that when you have back in the day with players that didn't play at all. You know what I'm saying? Because we had gotten to the point where, 90% of the players that was good in bowl games, if it wasn't a championship bowl game or
let's roll through let's roll through the matchups for tomorrow.
Oh,
and New Year's Day, college.
Now you only got one game tomorrow. The only
game you got more. Well, I ain't talking about playoff. I'm just talking about all of them. Period. Like not just the playoff, but I'm just saying bowl games because in the morning Bama playing Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so tomorrow you're gonna have 4 games, but only one of them gonna be a playoff game.
Okay.
No, 5, I think it is.
Okay, so we got tomorrow's matchup start at 11 o'clock. We got Alabama against Michigan.
Roll Tide.
Low Tide. Then we got Louisville against Washington at 1.
That'll be a good one.
Oh yeah.
Evenly matched. Right. Yeah.
Then we got a top 25 matchup. We got and y'all playing on the ReliaQuest Bowl. The other bowl is the Sun Bowl. Then we got the Citrus Bowl with South Carolina and Illinois at 2. Then we got Baylor and LSU at the Texas Bowl at 2:30. And we got the granddaddy for the day, and that's the first game of the college football playoff quarterfinal. Would be Penn State versus Boise State at 6:30. Who you got? I believe Penn State will win the game, but I really want to see Boise have a good showing.
Yeah, I want Boise to win.
So I'm gonna say I'm
with Boise. I'm with Bama. Who the other two are?
South Carolina and Illinois.
I'm pulling for South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm definitely going SC on that. Then I'm going to have to pull for LSU and Baylor.
Ain't no secret.
And
Who
Washington and LSU. I mean, not Washington and Louisville. I'm going to just watch that one. I don't know. I might take
I'm going to go with Washington.
I might take the spread. I'm going to just watch that.
All right. New Year's Day then.
And New Year's Day, we got the real deal Holyfield coming in. So at 12 o'clock start, we got, of course, the quarterfinal matchup at the Peach Bowl of Texas and Arizona State.
That's the first one?
Yes, sir.
Off
12
the
o'clock.
top.
So, I'm taking the Longhorns to follow through on that one. I like your Scatterboo, but Scatterboo, you through. But
Damn, what if they pull an upset?
man, if they pull an upset, it's gonna be some bad motherfuckers in Texas.
Woo.
And Florida folks gonna lose some goddamn money if they do that shit too.
Oh yeah.
That's a yeah. Ooh, cause they got them by 2 touchdowns. So
They ain't gonna win by 2 touchdowns. That man win by 10.
I ain't gonna lie. No, man, listen to me. That shit could get bad because if they can't get Scatterboo going, Arizona State ain't got shit. That game can get bad early. I think my prediction, that's the blowout of the day. That's my prediction. That's going to be a 3-touchdown margin by halftime. Guarantee. Check me. 35-7 halftime score. Texas got their foot knee deep in their ass and motherfucking Arizona chewing on motherfucking shoestrings by halftime.
Might be, but I don't know. I'll take the under on that one.
Second game of the day, 4 o'clock. We got the quarterfinal matchup of the Rose Bowl. Ohio State and Oregon. You know I'm taking Ohio State in the beat.
I grew up watching Looney Tunes. I'm with Daffy Duck, my nigga.
So handle them ducks. Handle the ducks.
Yeah,
I'm going with the motherfucking.
I'm with them ducks.
I'm going Ohio.
All right.
Ohio. And we got the end of the day. We got the Notre Dame Friday night-ish against the Georgia Bulldogs at 7:45 quarterfinal matchup in the Sugar Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. I hate to say this, but go Irish.
Touchdown, G's.
Go Irish.
That one thing we can agree on. You don't
Go
like
Irish.
Georgia, and I don't either.
Go Irish.
Yeah, fuck.
So I'm gonna say I'll go Irish on that one. So I think that's gonna be as weird as I say. Those 2 games, I don't know which one will probably be the best. I think it may have been those because I think they are. Well, those last 2 games are both evenly matched. I think everybody being healthy, be it as they may in reference to the matchup schemes, physicality, and the type of team scheme play. I think that's going to be the best 2 matchups. I think the first game is going to be an outright ass whooping. And just not to jump off subject, but I do have to take this on. And just speaking of outright ass whooping, Colorado, what the fuck happened to y'all, man?
Ooh, y'all had too much fun in San Antonio.
Y'all had too much
didn't
fun
it,
out there, man. But I knew that was going. I felt
He
that.
told him not to be smoking no weed.
But he
It's
ain't
gonna
telling them not to be
their
doing
last
all the
play.
rest of that shit though. They were doing too much of shit. Y'all, they would that bro. That purely bro. They ran for you know how many yards they had rushing, bro.
To be honest,
2.
man.
2 yards rushing, bro.
But the thing about it is, when I watched it,
that shit was over from
the running back was getting good yardage. You know what I'm saying? And I did see a couple of times where it looked like Travis was getting at Shadul. Like, come on, man, get your head in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
throwing the ball behind folk, throwing it way over their head. Like, what is wrong,
that shit
bro?
looked terrible from the first gate of it, bro. When I got into it, by the time I got 14 and then, I knew right then that Colorado didn't have nothing to boy. BYU came in with a point to prove.
And they proved it.
And they proved it 150%.
Like, they did it so disrespectfully. Like, when you go for onside kicks in the first quarter,
you feel me?
You going for the blood,
bro,
man.
And know you gonna get it. You weren't
onside kicks in the first quarter, see murder.
And wasn't worried about it.
Shit, wasn't standing.
You know what I'm saying? And I could take this if Travis and Shador was sitting. Y'all played. Y'all got your ass handed to you. That was.
But to be honest now, Travis and Shiloh, I think, really came to play, and they played a heck of a game.
Yeah, Shador was checked out. He was gone.
And the thing about it is, Shador is the guy that makes everything click.
He make everything click. If
so
he ain't on, y'all
if
on.
he ain't on, then
Y'all
ain't
off.
nothing on, because the way the offense is built, they want to sling that ball around. And like I said, the running back was really getting decent yardage. They just weren't big enough plays. But the thing about it is, they were big enough chunks where he was getting 3-4 yards here and there when he did touch
losing them. He would turn back around the next couple plays and he'll lose 2-3-4 yards.
Yeah.
So that's how they ended on the rush for 2 yards. And they couldn't sling the ball around, so they couldn't take the man out the box.
Because the offensive line was getting they
you know what I'm saying? Them boys can't play. They can't. BYU ain't got nothing. Hey, they can't play. Because BYU had an understanding, because they's like, hey, we coming to show y'all that we should have been on in that motherfucker. They like, shit, we should have been up there with them. You know what I'm saying? That was their point that they were trying to prove. I'm not saying they should have.
Well,
I think they came in with a mindset.
Well, my thing is, I don't have a problem with Colorado losing the game because just being honest, looking at the record, BYU clearly was the better team.
They were a good team.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the way they handled
the way
them.
the game was lost. That's the problem.
Like, it was never close.
Period. From the kick. You like doo-doo.
Never.
That's what I'm saying. It was like a whole other team. And now, what's the future of Colorado now? What's you standing on? Because, like, you got Julian Lewis, so you're going to have to bring a – are you getting a quarter – well, I hadn't even really looked at it. Are they getting a Porter quarterback? You know what I mean? Are you looking to go with the freshman?
What do you think about all the hoopla that surrounds Deion? Because somebody was telling me at the shop that they felt that a lot of the coverage that they're getting is a lot of the problem. So be that as it may, if you watch the game when it first came on, you know, they did an interview with Deion and he was crying and trying to hold back tears. It's my boy's last game.
Well, you gotta
and
look.
all
Now,
that.
we can't.
Now, I ain't knocking it, but I'm just saying, though, like, it's a lot of coaches whose sons play for them.
But name me a coach.
And I'm not saying they might be as good as them.
But we got to go into
and
that.
I'm not saying that they might have been coached as long, but I'm just saying, though, man, like, you know, sometimes that can take away from the actual.
What was Deion's nickname?
Prime motherfucking time. He gonna get that coverage anyway, bro. Yeah. But I'm not gonna take that away from that part at all. So I'm not even gonna say that makes a difference. But I do think that is something to cover though, because you rarely have good fucking legends players that's good, where their sons are actually good. Name me a legend player that you could say was the best and is arguably the best, one of the best, depending on who you talk about, defensive players to play. That son could be the number one draft pick, only depending on the draft order. Name me one player.
Oh, good. I can't, you know.
Who you?
I can't name you none. So that's what I'm saying. That's why you're going to get that type of coverage, because of who he is, how good he is, and hell, his son is actually goddamn good.
Yeah.
Shallow is kind of, you know.
I think he's good, too.
I think he's good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It just depends on the defense.
He's a headhunter. He's not I don't think he's
he's an old school safety.
He's a ball hawker headhunter. You know what I mean? So I think he's real good.
I think he's a good safety.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but it's just that I just think that's going to be the, you know, why they got to get as much coverage is because how good he was and your son is actually good.
Yeah, he's very good.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the difference between, like, LeBron. I'm not taking away from Bronny. He just wasn't a number one draft pick coming in out of college. You know what I mean? Even with his circumstance, however.
Well, you know, either way it goes.
But we still got more sons coming, though.
Yeah.
You know, Carmelo's son coming. Rondo's son coming. You know, so you got a lot of sons. Then you saw that. I didn't know that, what you call the son.
So how can we talked about the NBA being dead. It's going to be the rebirth of. It's gonna be the
because
second,
it ain't promised.
It's gonna be that generation.
It ain't promised that generation.
Like Rondo's son, I think he's like 14.
And it ain't promised that generation
they're gonna be sprinkled in.
Oh yeah, they're gonna come in.
You know,
they might not pan out though. They might be average players. So my thing is, if you an average player, but your daddy was the truth, it's still gonna be some type of. You did what I'm saying?
Ken Martin's son pretty good, so he good. I think that
you got players. Songs.
I think you're gonna see the influx of like stars kids coming into the game, and they're gonna be the next generation of stars. That
LeBron done played with Tim. LeBron played.
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna die. I think it's gonna.
It's just gonna be a different phase.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different phase.
But they've been doing that. Look, just think about it. Gary Payne's son playing
for sure.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway's son is playing. Like it's a lot of.
Steph is the poster child of that.
Oh yeah.
Like it's kind of hard. Like everybody,
he's the only one that ended up better than his dad.
He's both of them were actually just really good.
I can see.
Yeah, but he's better than his daddy.
No, I can see some of these kids coming in.
Dale can shoot, but he can't shoot like this boy here. Dale was pure. But this boy shooting from the parking lot.
Let's just say this: Carmelo's son come in, he get with a team that actually wins a championship.
I'm gonna put him up there with that.
He has a notch over his dad. I'm gonna
put Carmelo up there because
he got to put the numbers his daddy put up though. Cause see, my thing is this. Now I feel what y'all.
That's gonna be that one thing.
But I feel what y'all saying. But think about this though. But think about this now. But what if Now, what? Melo averaged about 30 points.
28, 29. They were like
You know what I'm saying? Like 30, 10, and maybe 8.
37.
We just throw that out there.
Right.
But if his son wins a championship but only averages 10, 15 points, 5, 10 rebounds, he's just a good role player, man. He ain't his daddy. You dig what I'm saying?
I mean, he might not be trying to be his daddy, though. He might be trying to.
He might not be, but the thing about it is that comparison is always going to be there.
But if he gets a championship, then the comparison, there's really no comparison.
The comparison takes it away.
Man,
it takes it away.
Why? He got a ring and he don't.
But if he doesn't have the numbers, if he didn't play like daddy.
But this is the one thing that people say Carmelo is missing,
bro.
So
let me ask you this.
I disagree, bro.
So let me ask you this one question.
I disagree.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Let's say he puts up the numbers. You say he put up the 10, 7, 5, and 2. Just put that up. But those were pivotal 10. Pivotal 7,
I don't care
5, and 2.
Okay, how you fix it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's still gonna be a difference because you're looking at the accolades of what the daddy did. You did what I'm saying? Like if Steph Curry got a little boy, if that boy ever grow up and play basketball, I wouldn't give a fuck if he had 10 championships. If the nigga don't average 30 points and can't shoot a 3 like his daddy, he ain't shit.
So that ain't true, man. That nigga is gonna go into the Hall of Fame just like his daddy, bro.
So let me ask you this.
Come on, bro.
That comparison, man, gonna be there.
This is what I'm saying. I think that's a fan talk.
It's a blessing and a curse.
That's a fan talk. Because guess what? If you ask a player that, if they say, would you rather average 30 or win a ring? They're gonna tell you that they're gonna get the ring.
Yeah.
Because I know a bunch of motherfuckers that didn't average 30.
Yeah.
It ain't got a goddamn thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of them that average 28, 29, and 30, and they motherfucking lost 60 games that year.
Some people chase different things, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So if I say if Carmelo's son win a chip, am I gonna put him up there with him if he can at least be as pivotal as a player? Because Draymond Green wasn't pivotal in damn stat, but punches and technical fouls. But he gonna go in the Hall of Fame as a fucking Hall of Famer for whatever he did on the floor. Even though if it wasn't a little bit of shit, punch him, motherfucker, kick him in the balls. He ain't never averaged 27, 8, or 9, but he always gonna be a part of their big 3 when he never did no real big contributions.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm saying that you don't have to put up numbers to be considered a first ballot Hall of Famer. I guarantee you he go first ballot Hall of Fame.
I ain't saying nothing about no Hall of Fame. I'm just talking about that comparison of the play of the daddy and the play of the child. That's all I was saying.
I think
so. Draymond Green's son come in and average 8, 5, and 6 and win 2 rings. Is he good or is he bad?
I'm saying he good.
Hey, what, 8,
I'm
5,
saying
and 6?
he good. Yeah, he good.
Yeah, his daddy didn't average shit.
Yeah, but if you watch the game, his daddy contributed in different ways though.
That's my point.
But they still gonna make that comparison where his daddy did this.
I walked him into that, but that's the point I'm making.
But it's still that comparison still gonna be there. I don't care how you try to walk me in it. You can
walk
me backwards. It's still gonna be that comparison.
The comparison gonna be there, but the rings and the championships also gonna be there
but
too.
That's my point though. Like it's all in how you look at it. Like you said, like people want to say Jordan is the best. What makes him the best? He ain't got the most rings. Robert Orr got more rings than him. John Sally got more rings than him.
But it's
all about what you look at.
I guess it was the manner in how he did it.
What you mean?
Will Chamberlain got 11 or 12.
He had 1 3-peat, left, came back, had another 3-peat.
If it wasn't for Will Chamberlain, there probably wouldn't be nobody black playing basketball.
That's a fact.
And he dominated. He won so many in a row.
Nick Anderson hits those fucking free throws, we're not having this conversation. So I'm not even saying
about George. About
because he won half six.
I mean, that's why I'm saying I can't. It's so many facts.
If in the field,
you know what I mean. But I go back to what I was saying. The reason why I said is this. I said if the 10, 7, and 7 with the LeBron with the GOAT son would make a difference, and it's especially the same that you saying with Draymond. He didn't average a lot. His contributions was more. And that's what I'm saying. If Carmelo's son can be as contributional as Draymond Green, give you that same type of stat line, and come off with them rings, I'm going to say he up the same thing with his daddy because he contributed enough to a team to make them champions.
Yeah.
He couldn't even do it with LeBron. Think about it. He was on team with LeBron and couldn't do it.
I just feel that, that
Yeah, the comparison
Allen
always, it's always going to be there, but like.
And that's where the salt going to get thrown in.
Yeah, for sure. But that don't take away from, that would not take away from.
Well, hey, y'all, give me y'all opinion.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about.
For sure, y'all let us know.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about this
Like,
subject.
share, subscribe.
Like, share, keep subscribe. Hey.
Check out some merch online.
Get the merch online, man.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know how it is, man. This man
fly, Eagles, fly.
Die, Eagles.
All right. We out of here, y'all.
So, man, anything you got before we leave about him, my boy?
I just said it.
What I'm going to say, man, I'm going to go out here, man.
You want me to say it again?
Hard today, man. I want to say
You want me to say it again?
Now, I want to say one thing, though, for real.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace to my partner, Sean A. Bunt, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Big dog, man. Go back 25 years, man. You know what I mean?
Rest in peace.
Definitely want to say rest in peace to you,
R.I.P.
man. Sean A. Bunt. My boy call him the little Paisan, the Cocker-Rockers, wow, Cocker-Rockers. Rest in peace, my boy.
Yeah, your memory lives on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Fly high, my boy.
I like
That's all
that
I got.
part.
That's all I got.
I like that.
But it was flying.
No, you said
It didn't
fly
have,
high.
it didn't have nothing to do with
Fly high, yeah.
It had nothing to do with no
Y'all
motherfucking
heard it
birds.
first.
Hell no, wasn't doing no birds. No birds. The bird. It's the bird. Kick the bird.
It's the phrase.
All right.
Get the bird.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, this is another episode with you guys. We cutting up with your boy Elroy D.
Happy New Year, niggas.
Happy New Year to all of y'all, man.
Year.
You know, if you're going to make a resolution, make it, do it. Don't just say it. Do your thing, man, Birmingham and everywhere surrounding areas.
Peace.
100.